All right, so let's say in Canva, you've already created a beautiful email design like the one on screen. You're probably wondering now, how exactly do I export this and get this into my email software like Mailchimp or Klaviyo? So I'm going to share with you exactly step by step how to do that. So what we first want to do is just get this out of Canva and into a PNG. So you can go take your email design here. It should just be a big, long email design. And we're going to hit share and then just download this right here. Right now, we're not going to compress the file for lower quality. We're going to compress it a little bit later. We're going to actually first put it into slices. So we want to first hit download, and then that's going to actually be downloading. And then what I would recommend is going into Figma and just create a free account there. Doesn't cost you any money, and pull that PNG into Figma so we can slice it up. Okay, so once you have it into Figma, we're gonna want to just make individual sections that we can then drag and drop into Klaviyo in this case. So just hit S on your keyboard, and we wanna make pretty short sections. We don't want super massive, long sections or anything like that. And these sections, just like your email, should be 600 pixels wide, or at least whatever you created the email as. So we're going to go through here. I'm not going to do the entire email because it's a relatively long email, but we're going to go through here and we're just going to create these little sections, and each of these sections can link to a new place. So you don't want to put two CTA buttons you don't want to put two different CTA buttons in two different slices. So you can see here, like this shop now button has to be different. There's two different products, so this has to be a different slice than this. So theoretically, you would go down here and you would slice up the rest of the email. I'm just for demonstration purposes going to skip a lot of that. But in the end, you're going to get all these slices. As you can see, we have slice 1 up here, slice 2, slice 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now you have all these slices. Let's export them. So select all of them and just make sure you're selecting all those. And then on the right-hand side, hit export 8 layers. Now that's going to go to your downloads folder, and you're going to get this little file right here that has, it's a zip file of all of these. So you can hit this, extract all of these guys right there. And there you go. You've got all your slices. So what we're going to do here is now we're going to go into imagecompressor.com, and we're going to drag and drop all of these slices into there. So we're going to go just like that. Whoops. Come on. Drag and drop, and it'll take a second, and we can hit download all. Okay. So we've got download all. We're going to go back into our downloads folder, and we can do the same thing, extract all of these guys. And now we can go into our Klaviyo software. So we can go, for example, into Klaviyo here, create a campaign. We're going to call this test 1, 2, 3 because it's a test. And then in Klaviyo, we want to turn off smart sending and pick our list that we want to send to. Hit next, pretty simple. And then in this case, I'm going to create a blank template. This is just a test account. We're going to delete everything out of here. Delete, delete, delete. Don't want any of that. We can just start from scratch. Okay, and now what we can do here is just basically go one by one and copy and paste. Just pull in these image slices. So 1, 2, 3, and keep in mind we always want to pull these in, and we're going to add some alt text and things like that for maximum deliverability. Okay, keep going. Pull that in right there. Okay, so this is our mini email. Okay, so we've got all of this, and for each of these slices, we want to do a couple things. So we want to add some alt text, which is just going to be the text that's in this. So in this case, prep, I'm not going to do all these, your house for autumn with hosting ready tablescapes. And you can just copy and paste this from Canva, and then we're going to grab the URL and we're going to put that into there. So you need to do this exact same process for all of your different slices. So wherever you want this to link, obviously you just put the link in the alt text. So you're going to do that for your entire email. So assuming you have the entire email, now we want to go ahead and create the footer that's going to help us optimize for deliverability. I'll actually get to in a second how we can stay out of spam with this email. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to add, because this is all images at this point, what we is just adding some text at the bottom here, making a nice footer so that it actually, Google, Yahoo, Outlook can actually read some text. So let's first go in here and let's go add an image, one more actually, but that's going to be a different image than we've previously used. We're going to actually add a logo. So we have this guy right here, and we're going to add this logo, and we're going to make it about 200 pixels wide. And then we're going to add some padding plus or minus on the top. Okay, and then let's go and add, we're creating the footer here. Let's go add some text. So we're going to go actually to their About Us page and just add a little bit of text, who we are. Let's do like a paragraph or so. Again, in your emails, you'll be a little bit more specific. We'll close that out, close that out. Okay, so paste text only. So you're going to want to just put a little bit of text like this. We can go ahead and center it as such. And we'll just put text like this. And then let's say if we wanted to, we can put this will be our footer. We could go ahead in here and we can change these background colors. So let's say if we wanted to create a section and we want to take this footer and we're going to have our unsubscribe text like that, logo like there, and eventually we can create that section just like that. Okay, cool. There we are. So now we can actually go into here and we can change the section background. So we can change it to, if we want to have kind of a light background, a tannish color, whatever we want to do there. It doesn't have to look amazing right now, just for this video. We'll go in here, we'll add a little bit more. But either way, this is adding live Klaviyo text into your footer. And you can see this is actually going to look good in dark mode. So if we switch over to dark mode, it's still gonna look okay. You're gonna have in dark mode, it's still gonna look good up until this point. You could even change around this logo and you could give it a little glow on the outside to make it look a little bit better, but eventually this is how it's going to, the email is going to look. The images are going to look great in dark mode and light mode. So really that's how you're loading in your emails. Basically, to summarize here, the process of sending image only Canva emails without hitting the spam folder, you're going to want to slice your Canva email using Figma, optimize your images using image compressor, load into Klaviyo, add alt text, and use text in your footer. A couple other things here. You only want to send to engaged segments, so people who have clicked and opened in the last 90, 120, and 180 day engaged. If you're getting bad open rates, then send to more engaged people. So if you're at 180 day engaged, if you want to send to more engaged people, that's going to be the 90 day engaged. So ramp up or down so that you can maintain 35+% open rates. And then a couple other things for deliverability. You want to keep your emails lightweight, so don't use a ton of highlighting, colored text, clickable Klaviyo buttons, and different font sizes in Klaviyo. This will make your email really massive. What we have here, these images actually don't contribute to the file size. Images are hosted separately within Klaviyo emails. Images don't make your file size bigger, but adding in a bunch of these things on the right, so things like text here, if you're adding in these buttons, if you're adding in shadows, if you're adding in bunch of like social links, if you're adding in tables and product blocks, those do make your email bigger. And as we can see by the file size, this file size is not an issue at all. It's only 30 kilobytes. It's super lightweight email, and it's all images. It's gonna have no issues with the spam folders. A couple of things that you can do: ask people to reply to your emails to really increase deliverability. It's going to tell Google and Yahoo that you're someone that people want to engage with. Send more plain text emails. We do a lot of image-based emails, but we also do quite a few plain text emails with no images whatsoever. And then don't send to people who haven't opted in, even though you technically can within Klaviyo. You also want to properly set up your MX records, your DKIM, your DMARC, dedicated sending domain. You want to make sure everything technically is 100% sound. And then finally, you want to have a consistent campaign schedule. Awesome. All right. So that was the video. That's how to take Canva emails, put them into Klaviyo or Mailchimp. At this point, if you want us to do everything done for you with running up your email marketing, go to zhs-ecom.com. That's zhsecom.com. Book a call there right here. and we can talk about how to run everything completely done for you, run up your email marketing revenue.